is. It's unlike any other in sport. As both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington football team. And this carries into the end zone. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. They're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield.
Complete.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Bridgewater. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
2 yards. First down.
And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here's 2nd and 10. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete. Rashaan Melvin that time able to make the play.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line.
Here we go. 180. Shot 41. Blue down. Watch the gun.
From the end zone, Newton. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the
2nd down and 4. They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15. A gain of 5. First down, Washington. They gave themselves options there on the third down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up.
On first down, here's Breida. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
41's the mic. 41's the mic. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Let me what you got. What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Check 9. Check 9.
From the 22, Newton. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 11 yards there, first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Strip that ball. Hey, 41's mic. 41's mic. Oh, get it.
Newton now to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Yeah,
moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Escaping the pressure. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Duke Riley. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Washington. Mecole Hardman. 50 yards. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Washington 7, Eagles nothing.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashaan Melvin. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
7, Eagles nothing.
They go counter with Breida. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
Breida on the carry.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
7-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Check three. Gun.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
58 to Mike. Watch the curve.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 29-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Watch the run. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the gun, here's Newton. Flush to his right. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On the handoff, this is Breida. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5.
58 to Mike.
Now a give to Breida. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They'll try to run with Breida, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and Washington is able to stretch their lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
They've given giving him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Eagles first down.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
Two minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now this throw caught left side, and they move this all the way down to the 9. Give him 30 yards there.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there, and he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. We own it.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Jones. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy.
A 22-yard attempt.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not got too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Now it's Newton. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now it's 2nd and 9. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 46. And Gostkowski, that's no good. He hung it out to the right. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick. But let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Set to kick off.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Watch the slip, watch the slip. 58 to Mike.
Out of the gun, Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Throwing, Bridgewater. Rush coming, and he's He's taken down. Off the edge, Mario Addison gets the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
3rd and long now after the sack. And we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Bridgewater now. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll get this inside of Philly's 20 before being taken down.
For a Washington.
Big yardage that time for Washington. 51 yards.
15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
20.
Be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Gets it to Hardman. A jet sweep. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Matt Breida, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. The point after try for Gostkowski. And it is now 21-0.
Is good. Makes this Washington 21. Eagles nothing.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Bridgewater to throw it. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. It's Christian Covington who notches the sack there.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film section tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
On third down, here's Jones. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
And now it's fourth down.
Here's Hardman to return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They built up that lead at intermission, and they're just continuing to pour it on right now, aren't they?
Locked into a really good groove right now. I don't know.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Washington. Matt Breida with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
I got you, punt. 55 is mine, guys. 55. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones, and this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
They'll go again to Jones. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Eagles nothing.
On the delay, Jones. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line.
At their own 42-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Let's not forget, a year ago, this was a last-place team in their division in the National Football League. How quickly the fortunes can turn.
And somewhere, there's a former commissioner smiling down and looking because parity is something he was looking for in this league, and it plays itself out year after year. Last to first is not something that's uncommon in the NFL.
Yeah, season ago, they didn't have one performance like this, but they put it all together in this ball game. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check me out. 58, boys. 58. 58. Mike. Express. You lie.
Newton to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Now a play fake here on first down. He completes this to Sutton. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Washington, first down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Let's go, baby. Return over. Get that ball. Get that ball. Hey, 58 is the mic. Ball 58 is the mic. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Gets it to Hardman. A jet sweep. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Eagles' 16-yard line.
2nd and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Gun. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
This is Breida. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And this Washington offense continuing to add to their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1, oh good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Eric Armstead.
Another carry, same story. 4th quarter, and he is in red numbers right now with a running game.
Hard to believe, because you figure at some point you break off a run. But in this case, what we're seeing is just pure domination by the defense. I think it started with the scouting report. They got into what they were doing offensively, into their mindset, and now they're beating them to the punch on every snap.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On third down, it's Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Hardman on the return. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 46-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We you know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
I've seen that play a couple of times already.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards there on a Washington first.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The 18-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's a handoff left side to Breida. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense.
today's finals, Washington.
So a victory here for the Washington football team. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense is they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Washington, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.